don't you feel like, because me personally, I feel this way, that I crave my dad's love and
Attention.
his attention and his approval.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's I don't know if you guys feel the same way too,
Same.
because
Yep.
yeah, because it's rare for our dads to tell us stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
To that, oh, I'm
Most,
proud
yeah.
of you, that I love you.
That's
Well, even
not
us,
their,
we don't even tell them that we love them, right?
That's not their way.
There are times that me and my dad are really close. I feel like we're close,
Yeah.
and then there are times that we feel like we're back to being strangers, which is annoying when it
Mhm.
happens for some odd reasons.
I would say that's pretty much like every son. Like the supreme approval would be like their father's approval.
Yeah.
It's not even approval, just like a seal of recognition, pretty much. Because I would say it's because they modeled how they're gonna be from their dad. Like what kind of man they're gonna be when they grow up.
Dishes that
And
you
it's not a
like to eat
regular
before.
dish.
It's a
It's gonna be a
pacham.
feast.
It's not a Filipino dish like my dad.
Ah, okay. I thought it's gonna be a pacham.
No. He's good. He's with seasoning. He's
okay.
especially with grilling meat.
Yeah.
How he seasons his meat. The only thing.
Pause.
Yeah, I know that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good.
So, what are we gonna name this shit? Another couple of hours.
Yes, sir.
Senseless, pointless nonsense. I don't know. Internet discussion. But we aim to please. We aim to entertain you guys.
Amen, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Yep. You can watch us on YouTube. You can listen to the audio on Spotify, even in YouTube Music, right?
Yeah, YouTube
and Google
Music.
Podcasts. I don't
No,
know. If
no,
they've
they
report-
removed Google Podcast now.
It's in YouTube Music now, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's no more Google Podcasts.
Yeah, follow us on our socials,
You can
On
watch
IG.
our bits in
Yeah.
Facebook and TikTok.
bits and pieces of the week's episode. IG is Twice the D Podcast. TikTok is at Twice the D.
Yeah,
Facebook page is Twice the
yeah,
D.
twice the D.
And you got OCP working the ones and twos. For the new people here, OCP is Off-Cam Patrick.
Yeah, my wife's asking, what does
Why?
OCP means?
Yeah.
Because when she was listening to our song, like 2 episodes ago, OCP is MIA.
Good.
Have you listened to it?
The
Yeah, I
song.
did.
Yeah.
Like what was it? Don't roll off the hill. I forgot. the
Don't
title.
roll.
Don't roll up.
Don't
Don't
die on that
hill.
hill.
Oh,
It's a,
there you go.
it's a figure of
Buddy,
speech.
don't die on that hill.
Like when you stand on something that's unpopular, you're dying on that
Yeah,
hill.
don't you die on that hill.
Yes.
That's what
I
they
think
say.
it's called. I think
It's like an
related
idiom,
to,
right? It's an idiom or
yeah.
something.
So you got Edmund here.
You got me 2X.
Happy Father's Day to all dads out there.
Yes.
Yeah, to all the dads listening.
To all
Probably don't care about us.
To all the zaddies.
Yeah.
the
No, say it properly. That's not how you say it. There's a proper tone.
I can't.
You can. You don't want to.
what the
That's different.
Zaddy?
Yeah.
What's that? Is that a Gen Z way of saying?
That's
Zaddy.
what I say.
Oh, sounds like
You
came from a
introduced
porn.
it. I wasn't gonna.
It's like the tone of
If-
yamete.
Yeah, if you're gonna say it properly.
Zaddy.
And there you go.
Say it with heart.
Zaddy.
Yeah, there you go. Daddy, chill. You know that meme?
Yeah. Well, is that from a skit or?
I don't know if it's a skit. It
I don't
might
know
be a
either. I
skit.
never looked into
Yeah.
it.
We should show your older brother emphasis on older. Yeah. Anyway, so happy Father's Day to all dads out there.
Yes, happy Father's Day.
To all the dads that support their
Their kids.
endeavors.
Yeah.
To all the dads who don't care about their kids' endeavors.
Even if you support or you do not support
Yeah.
your kids, you're still a dad.
to all the dads who are indifferent.
Bad dad or good dad.
Not the bad dads. Because they can still be good dads, but they're just indifferent.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know. Like, they support, but they don't really know. They support blindly. Yeah.
Do they even know that they're dads? Like some people, they don't even know that they're dads, right?
Okay.
or you still consider them dads,
I
right?
I
If you
don't.
don't know that if you have a legitimate kid, but you didn't know about it, are you still considered a dad?
Probably not.
And you're still going around like a bachelor?
Who doesn't know, the father or
The
the kid?
father.
Like the kid doesn't know about his
Well,
father, and then he doesn't like go after
yeah.
his father's affection or whatever, or he
Or
didn't.
the dad doesn't even know that he has a kid.
Probably not.
That's not so he's not a father, right? Because he's not doing his daddy duties. His daddy duties.
Yes, unknowingly.
Yeah.
He's
Unknowingly.
unknowingly not doing his responsibility. But if he's knowingly ignoring his responsibility, that's what they call deadbeat dads.
Deadbeat dad. Deadbeat ass.
Yes. So, if we're gonna do that, okay, let's jump to hypothetical. I think our wives should be asked this.
Okay.
What would they feel if we just recently discover that we have a kid?
Oh. And the kid is how old? It doesn't matter.
Well, let's say we're 34 right now.
Yeah.
And then the
Minus-
kid's like what? 22? so 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 say yeah, just discover
Okay,
we just
alright, right.
discovered that we have a kid. Let's not put an age to it.
Okay, all right.
Like
would you would my wife
yeah, how would they feel, right?
still I think she would still be okay with that.
It's gonna be just a shock at
Yeah.
first, maybe. Yeah.
So yeah, I think she would still be okay because it's not my fault that I didn't know unless knowingly I ignored and rejected and refused to acknowledge that I have a kid.
Yeah.
That's a different story. That's on me,
Yep.
not on my wife, right?
And
'Cause
then
I can lie my way.
Yep. Knowing you, yes. Yep.
no. I'm not saying I'm gonna lie. But yeah, like if I didn't know about it,
Yeah, you just recently discovered
Yeah.
that you have a kid from like your wild days.
and then I'm not gonna be trying to get into this kid's mom. Like if ever I know about this kid, I'm not gonna be entertaining the mom. Well, I'm gonna be entertained if they need money. But first I'm gonna do DNA
You're gonna be
test.
supporting.
If they ask for support.
Yes. Yep.
I'm gonna try I'm gonna try
okay.
to bring her here.
Oh, you're not gonna
My kid. Not the not the wife. Like well not the my baby mama.
Are you're going to try to get custody? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
If I can.
Or
Unless
you're gonna
he or
fight.
she's like 18 years or older.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Yeah, that's gonna be on them.
Yeah.
I'll let them decide what to do with their life.
You're gonna fight for custody, not just ask.
It depends. If the mom, the baby mama,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight for custody. If she needs help because she can't
Mm.
support my kid, I'm gonna be helping her.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna be fighting for custody because who am I, right? She's the one that raised this kid
Yeah.
all throughout. I wasn't there.
Yep. Especially
I don't
if
have
he's
any
like
right.
22 years old now.
Yeah.
You had. You guys did it when you were just 12. Yeah.
I would be upset though. I would be upset because
Mm.
why did you hid this from me? So now, Mr. Escudero, whatever his reflexology, you remember that episode?
With Mr. Escudero.
No,
Let's just-
Espadero.
Espadero.
Mr.
Yeah.
Espadero.
Yeah.
His reflexology, his
Shiatsu.
foresight. His foresight was
Yeah.
he was telling me that I'm gonna have a kid
Like early.
when I was younger.
So yeah, you think Mrs. 2X would be like okay with it, just shocked.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be surprised.
Yeah.
But I think that's not gonna be
Especially if the kid is 22 years old already. Yeah.
low maintenance.
You've been deadbeat for like 22 years.
Well, not my fault, right?
No, but like at first when they don't like believe yet that you just recently discovered,
Yeah.
that's gonna be the first. Oh, you've been hiding a kid from me for like 22 years or whatever.
How about you? What do you think
I
your
can't-
wife will
I
say?
can't remember if I asked my wife about this. I think she didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
she doesn't want. So she doesn't like it.
I guess.
Maybe
And
she doesn't want to imagine it.
I don't think she's he's the kind of person who likes to get into hypothetical discussions. So,
Oh, okay.
so I was talking with my boss before when my father-in-law got here. My father-in-law has the same job as your dad.
Okay.
So it's pretty foreign to them.
A seafarer.
About the job seafarer, and even the concept of having to be away from your family for like the majority of the year just to work,
Yeah.
just to have a
They find it
better.
absurd.
Yes. I guess it's pretty much the same with those guys who worked at oil rigs,
Yeah.
but then at least you get to go home like
Like every
every
3
other
weeks.
week.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
2 weeks.
But like being away from your family for like a year, not just seafarers, but even those
Like the one that goes to Saudi, right?
yes
Or like the Middle
OFWs,
East.
yes,
Yeah,
pretty much the same with
That's
moms
longer, right?
too. Depends on the contract.
Because I remember Earl's dad. He's gone for a long time, right? Like three
I think it
years,
depends
5
on the
years.
contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty absurd to them.
yeah. I don't think even they even know what the word seafarer is. That's why when
Yes.
people ask me like what my dad used to do, I just tell, oh, he's a sailor.
I think sailor. I think it's easier to tell because once you tell them sailor, they might think of pirates and
Or
like
or
those
marines.
navigators,
Yeah.
marines.
What
But
do
if you say
sailors really
seafarer
do?
I think
or
sailor
sea or
is like a
tanker, if you tell
general
them oil
term.
tankers,
Yeah.
if they like they work in oil tankers, they might those like marines
It's a person who works
like
aboard a
YMCA.
watercraft as part of its crew. So it's just a general term.
So a fisherman is a sailor too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Anyways, so you growing up, how did it feel like having this? You know that's your dad,
Yeah.
but you don't get to experience him like majority of the year. Like, what's your memories? Be it
I usually when my dad goes back home, it's like a feast, right? It's like
Mhm.
vacation all the time
Yeah, because
because we
it's a
get to
vacation
go.
for him.
Yeah, it's a vacation for
Yes.
him, and we get to go to places. And what sticks out the most was our household chores.
Mhm.
Um, the stuff that we do, like fixing and moving stuff from one place to another. But yeah, it's a vacation. We get to go to places that we don't usually go with my mom, and then
Mhm.
we get to eat to places that
We don't usually go to.
yeah, like expensive places.
Mhm.
Because my mom, she's very she's a thrifty. She grew up in in a
With
poor
not
household.
much.
Yeah,
She grew up with not
yeah, with not
much.
much,
Yeah.
and she's very thrifty.
Mhm.
She saves a lot.
Penny pincher.
Yeah, penny pincher.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying my dad is he spends lavishly, right? But yeah, like you're in vacation, so I guess that's his way of treating us
Yeah.
and giving us good memories. But I just remember that it's really hard because like every time it's only usually like 3 months, like 4 months. Sometimes it's too long. Like but
Mhm.
usually 3 months. That's his
Yeah, I
stay.
think that's the usual
Yeah, he
for
doesn't
them.
stay that long, and
Yeah.
you know that um nonstop emotion, that happy and then sad because like we're gonna be dropping him off the airport and
Yeah.
then he's gonna be gone again and then he's gonna come back happy again, and like all through all throughout the years,
Like
that's
say
how
9
you
months.
feel.
Like that's the standard,
Yeah,
right?
9 months,
9 months.
sometimes 12
Yeah.
months
9 to
but
12 was the length
yeah,
of a contract on a ship or whatever.
yeah, I think so.
And
Yeah,
then
but
imagine there was no internet before.
yeah,
Your mom just had to wait for letters.
yeah, like those photographs, and
Yeah.
there's like
Or
writings in the back.
postcards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually photographs, like pictures of
Okay.
us, and then my mom
Oh,
write.
your mom
Yeah, my mom,
sending your
and then
dad
my dad
photographs.
too.
Yeah.
Like he has photographs, like in, like let's say in Brazil. It's
Yeah,
funny, like
place that he's
like he has like pictures of like foreign women, right, with their group,
Yeah.
and like when I look at it when I was in my like grade 5, grade 4, like oh wow, like she looks good, like this, like those sexy bikinis, and then there's like writings in the back. I remember
Yeah.
it was hidden in one of their headboards. There's this secret compartment in the back.
Ah,
I've seen a lot of stuff in that
yeah.
headboard.
I've heard of the term sea centipedes.
What's that?
The women who go aboard when
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I bet you it's true.
Yeah. I wouldn't
Yeah.
doubt it. Like it's easy money for
Yeah,
them,
easy
right?
money
So
for them, and then the guys they need it, right?
yeah.
And
Bing
like,
bang,
and
you're
sometimes
gone.
just the alcohol, right? Because they
Yeah.
have lots of alcohol in the
Like their
ship.
downtime too.
Yeah,
Like they just
because
wanna
they
have
have
fun.
rations, right? They have rations there,
Yes.
food. So
Yeah.
I can't really imagine what the life of a seafarer is, because it's all water.
They don't wanna say
Yeah,
like how it is.
and plus like one
Yeah.
wrong move, if you shake the wrong tree, fuck, you're gonna get thrown out of the water.
Yeah, have you heard of
There's
those
lots of
stories?
stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
my
only
dad just went through a lot. The most frightening and sad experience that I remember is when we picked up my dad. I think I was in high school already or going to college.
yeah.
He went home. We picked him up in the airport. He has cement on one of his leg. He's walking on a like he has cast there.
He had a fracture.
Yeah, he had a fracture. He didn't tell my mom that
Yeah.
there was a storm in New York, and it was a big storm.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have a tattoo here. Here, like in
Okay.
New York, it's a New York. It's not the greatest tattoo, but it's like a New York skyline, and you can see the ocean. There's a ship there, and my
Ah.
dad. I think they were trying to fix the ship, just sorting everything out for the storm,
Mm-hmm.
and then from what I remember from my dad, a barrel or something got dislodged and fell on his leg.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the story. I think that was like after 2 months, 3 months. He had a lot of crazy stories. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's even okay to. It should be okay. I think because like he had a lot of scary stories. Like they got pirated in Somalia.
Yes. Which is
Like
pretty
like
common.
piracy, it's normal, right?
Like there's ships that pay less because they have security on board, right?
Yeah,
And then there's jobs that pay more because they don't have security,
security.
which is pretty much
They just have
hazard
that water
pay.
gun.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just like what the firemen use.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it's just how dads are. They don't, not just dads, but this is pretty much like
men. I
men,
think men.
especially with their generation. They
Yeah,
wanna take everything in.
they wanna showcase the tough guy, the macho guy,
Mm,
right?
Not
I think that's
just
how,
that. You
especially in
can,
front of your kids.
yes, you can think of. I think of it more of you don't wanna be seen as weak by your kids.
Yeah,
You wanna be seen
I
as
think even
tough.
with your wife, I'm not sure though.
Yeah, in front of your wife. But
Yeah,
then, well, I guess this is more with our generation, but for their generation, men are this. This is the image of a man.
yeah,
You don't cry.
yeah. We
You don't. You're not vulnerable. You. You're the rock for your
yeah,
family, for your wife, for your partner, or whatever. Whereas our generation, we not really pushed, but it is kind of encouraged now to be more vulnerable
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
To express your emotion, to express what you
Yes.
feel.
Because in their generation, if you show a bit or a tinge of your emotions, you can get exploited by somebody
By
or
other
you can be
people.
seen as weak or
Yeah, but yeah,
whatever
by your peers,
by
right?
your peers or by a potential partner or
Yeah,
whatever, right? So yeah, I think besides your dad not wanting just not wanting your mom to worry, he didn't tell her about it.
and like, what's the point of me when I was? I think that's what he said. Like, what's the point of me telling you what happened?
What's gonna happen,
What's
right?
gonna what like you worrying about me? Is that
Yeah.
gonna make my leg feel? He didn't say it that way, but it's just like when you think about it, it's true.
Yeah.
Because if that happened to me, I'm gonna do the same thing too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna vent that. Oh, like this is what happened. It's better for you to worry once I'm home.
Pretty much like a white lie, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
And
is everything okay? Yeah,
it's not
everything's good here.
even yeah. Well, I guess yeah, in that case that's lying, but you're pretty much just hiding something that
Yeah.
happened, right? Whereas you're you will take it upon yourself to worry or burden yourself with everything that happened to you because you don't want your partner to share the burden
Yeah.
of like worrying about
Yeah.
you.
It's like stressing about it, right?
Yes. Men be men. That's what it is.
Do you think that we're lucky to live in this generation that we can express our emotions and thoughts with more freedom without much um
Judgment.
judgment from other people, from other men?
I wouldn't say we're lucky, but um, cause sometimes I wish I'm that I'm not vulnerable. So growing up, my pops didn't like. He did a 9 to 5, but it's in the metro,
Yeah.
and then he like how he did his own thing was he used to do a lot of overtime. I'm not even sure if that's overtime or that's like real his
Or
real
just
shift.
drinking after work
Oh
drinking?
no, drinking is still separate from that 12-hour shift.
Oh,
And
okay.
we'd know if he drank cuz my mom's okay with it anyways.
Yeah.
He's not like an alcoholic or whatever. It's like like just a nightcap.
Yeah, okay.
So 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, but
That's what
every
he
day?
did
Is it every
every
day?
day. 12-hour
Okay.
shifts every day. And like when he gets home, he's tired.
Yeah.
So just let him be. Just let him relax or whatever. And I never I've never seen him like emotional.
Oh, okay.
So
Has he ever complained? Have you ever heard him complain that he's tired?
no.
No, right? Like even my
No.
dad, I don't remember
Yes.
him complaining.
He's gonna be pissed, but he's still gonna do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I was kids. We don't know shit.
Yeah.
And then all I thought was, I hope my dad loved me more, or I hope my dad showed me more.
Or
We
have
moved.
more time with you.
Yes, I guess, but we like Sunday is family time.
Oh,
I've
okay.
never got to that
How
point.
about Saturday? Or does he work on Saturdays too?
Sometimes
Okay.
there's weeks that he works on a
Like 6
Saturday,
days a
but
week.
Saturdays mostly for chores. He's
Okay.
gonna do his chores, and then us we're gonna do the chores that are assigned to us. So
Okay.
that's like for everybody. But Sunday's family day. And then like growing up, I was thinking, I hope my dad like expressed more of him. But growing up, I understood why he didn't show much. I understood that that's their generation, that's how
Yeah.
they operate, and to you don't have the time or energy to deal with your emotions because you'd rather use that energy to provide more for your
Yeah.
family.
Make more money.
Yes. I guess it's way different here, but that was the situation back home. I was lucky to say that he didn't have to like before I was comparing like how like our economic status is. But I kind of realized early on that I'd rather have my dad at home with us
Okay.
than
Yeah, then working overseas.
working
Because your
overseas.
mom's working too, right?
Yes.
So
Yep.
both of them are not always home.
Yes. And fun thing with when I was in college, I had those late classes. So my dad does late shifts, right? So he's doing work 8 to 8. My mom stays at the office like doing unpaid
Yeah.
overtime, but she's waiting for my dad. So we're all gonna go home at
At
the
the
same
same
time.
time.
Yes. So instead of commuting,
Yeah.
I get to ride in our car. I stay, or if I don't have classes anymore, I pretty much wait with my mom. So
Okay.
that's free dinner.
Yeah.
That's not home cooked. And then or my dad's gonna go to through the drive through, and then we're gonna eat fast food.
Yeah.
So that was mostly during college years.
Yeah, it sounds like you were happy that time.
Yes, it was.
I can feel it when you were sharing that story that
That was more. That was when I realized a lot more about my dad.
Yeah. Like their sacrifices.
Their sacrifices, and that's like part of our time together.
Have you seen? Have you went to your dad's work? Have you seen him work?
Yes, yep. I've seen him work, and then I just thought it was pretty cool because my dad works at a port,
Okay.
but it's commercial. It's a commercial
Yeah,
port,
commercial port.
and I think what he did was I never really understood what he did. I think he checks the containers or whatever, like those big
See a
ass
mule?
containers.
See a mule, a drug mule.
Well, I guess with our economic status, he probably wasn't. It's not it. We're not poor, but we're not rich. So yeah, he probably wasn't. But that's what I've understood from what he did. Like the containers were dropped at
Yeah.
the port, and then he's gonna inspect
Those
them.
shipping container, the metal.
Yes.
Okay.
The ones that get attached to like
cranes?
18. Yeah, you crane them, you
Yeah.
stack them, right? And then when they get delivered, they get pulled by 18-wheeler trucks or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, those ones. I went there, but I never saw him in action
Mm.
because I think he was already in a supervisory role when I was able to go there. So yeah, I'd say those were fun times. That's where saw him. I saw a lighter side of him. He was still tired, but
Strict. Yeah, was he always strict with
he
you
is
guys?
strict. Yeah, he is strict. There was this one time. This was just recent. Um, me and my two brothers were talking about like our shenanigans when we were younger. And then my mom heard him. He was getting pissed because he seemed proud about it. But
Oh, okay.
pops were not. Pops were not proud about it.
Yeah.
We're
We're just
we're embarrassed.
reliving,
We're just laughing
like
at
reminiscing,
our,
right? Reminiscing
yes.
about the old times.
We're laughing at our stupid shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And look at us now, right? Like it's still.
still stupid. Is your dad strict?
He is. He's scarier than my mom, or maybe because he's not around that much. Maybe that's why we're.
That contributes.
Yeah, that's why we're
to
scared
it.
of him.
And then him being the authority in his workplace too,
Yeah.
right? That carries over at home a bit. Yeah.
I never want to be on his bad side.
Yeah. But I'd say that's pretty much with their generation.
That's right.
Like,
I think that's just normal.
yeah. And then they think of the next generation of fathers. They think they're wusses.
I think our generation, we're gonna be lighter on like disciplining our kids,
Yeah.
and because like even though we experience a lot of shit growing up, we don't want to be too strict, right? Because our generation, especially the younger ones
Yeah.
now, they're crazy. They're crazy. I think how they operate with social media and everything.
Yeah.
So I think we need to be on we need to have a longer leash.
The guys from Flagrant, they have this talking point. Every correction is an overcorrection.
What? Every correction is an overcorrection?
Yes. So our fathers, like their generation, stoic, manly men, what
Yeah.
could be considered now as toxic masculinity,
Yeah.
right? And then the next generation corrects it. You're gonna go all the way on the other side. They're gonna
Too
be like
No spanking.
too vulnerable. Yeah. So it's overcorrected.
Yeah.
But then it's too much. And then they start correcting bit by bit up until we get to a middle ground.
Mm.
So I would say that's why like the next generation is like this where they're free. You'd say most with Western dads. Oh, I'm gonna let him live his life or
Yeah.
whatever. Compared to like Asian dads where they would want to be they would
In
want
control.
for their kids to have like this framework
Yeah.
or whatever. Yep. I think with immigrant dads actually.
Immigrant dads too.
Yes. Was it hard for your pops to like move here?
He never never tell me what he feels about moving here and working, because we work together, right, in
Mm-hmm.
Cabela's. So we work together in
Okay.
Cabela's.
I
So that's the
cannot
time. I think,
imagine
yeah,
that.
I think that's the time that we got a little bit closer because
Mm.
we go home, we go to work at the same time, go home, and then but it changed when I moved to the evening shift because I took a supervisor position. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, yeah, like I'm pretty sure because I heard them talking, me and my mom, like when we just moved here, that he wants to go home.
He wants to go back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like he's the captain, right? And
Yeah.
now he's working in warehouse,
Yeah.
and he worked in Jollibee. Like
It's a
it's a good job, right? But compared to how much he's making, and then the authority and how hard he worked for that position,
yeah.
but he always tells us that it was really tough on him, like taking that position, that captain position. It's really, the stress is too much. Everything's just fucked up. He said,
Yeah.
not exactly fucked
Like
up
to get
word.
to that point.
Yeah,
To get to that
no,
point.
we're working that position.
Ah, okay.
That's why he even prefers to work at the like one step lower
Ah.
because
There's
of the
not
responsibility.
yes, less
There's too much.
responsibilities and then the pace is lower but it's not exponentially lower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas if you get moved if you go after if you go after the captain position, the responsibility exponentially grows but the pay doesn't really.
Yeah. The pay, it's really high too.
I mean,
I don't know
no,
how big that, I don't know if it's doubled or something.
compared to the lower
Yeah.
one,
Mm.
I would say it's pretty close. But then the responsibility is this
The gap
much.
is big, yeah.
Yes. As
Probably.
with most top positions,
Yeah.
anyways, right? Yeah. It's always them who finds it hard to adjust.
Here.
Yeah.
Cuz
I
us, it's easy cuz like
no
especially
compared to
me.
mothers.
Oh, to
Compared to
moms. Oh,
moms,
okay.
yeah.
Well, my
Yep.
mom was a housewife, so she worked in Batibot. That's why my
Mm,
brother's birthday party, older brother, the
yeah.
cast of Batibot was there. Kiko Maching.
Ah,
I have
okay.
videos of that, and
Oh yeah.
I was so jealous. Like when I was watching when I was a kid, I was so jealous. Like look, you can see it in my face.
Do you remember what the lower batch called you before?
What's that?
Coco Quick Walk?
Kokwikaka.
Yeah.
I don't even know why. I can remember because I have the hat.
No, I think the nose.
Then
Anyways. But yeah, that I didn't know.
yeah,
She worked.
she worked there for a few years only. That's the I have this memory of my mom. My dad wasn't there, but I have this fond memory that we watched Lion King in theaters. I think that's the first time I
The
watched
movie?
the movie.
Okay.
The animation. Yeah, well, that's I'm young, right?
No, I
And
thought there was like Disney on Ice way
oh,
back.
no, in
Okay.
theaters.
Okay. Okay.
And I think that's the first time I watched a movie in theater. Cause how
Mm.
old am I? Like 3 years old,
That's
4 years
your
old.
first memory of a movie
Yeah,
in theaters.
and
Okay.
then that's bought by the company. Like it's paid for by the
It's
company.
complimentary.
Complimentary. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know where we watch it, but I can still remember that. I know that it was really, I had fun. It was a happy memory.
But it's not a Mother's Day episode.
I
So
know.
let's go back there.
Let's go back.
Yeah, my dad had a hard time
Adjusting here.
adjusting here too. Especially when well he could have gotten a job, but at first it was kind of hard for him. And then we decided to like uh just pretty much retire. Let us
Yeah.
handle it. And um it that's when I realized a whole nother side to my dad
Yeah.
because it he looked like a different person
Here.
here when he's like fully adjusted already. Because before it's hard to remember him being all smiles, but now he's smiling a lot
Oh, okay.
compared to before.
So that's good that he's happier here.
Yes.
Does he have a lot of friends here?
Oh yeah. Mall walkers.
Mall walkers.
He's
Oh,
the
okay.
youngest of the bunch.
Yeah. Where's their mall? Garden City.
Well, mall walkers during winter, but they
Okay.
walk around the
The park.
residentials in
Oh,
the
okay.
parks. Yep. During when it's summertime. But yeah, they walk at Garden City.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's the youngest of the bunch. Yeah. My dad's thing is I remember this birthday of his. He always has, it's not always big, but I think this might be his 40th birthday maybe. So yeah, milestone, right? It was pretty big. Like that vacant lot right in front of
Yeah.
our place.
My parking lot.
That was the tables was up to there. And then there was like a lot of karaoke.
Okay.
So I was asking him like how come you're not singing or whatever? He said, "Oh no, I can't sing. If I sing, I'm gonna vanish." And I believe that though the whole I would say up until I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believed that. So
Like
and yeah, his thing, he's not a singer,
yeah.
but he loves making people sing. He's really fond of one of my sister's friends because she sings.
Oh, she sings good or she
She sings
sings?
good. She's part of she's done like some shows here where she's like a backup singer
Oh,
or
here in.
whatever. Here in Winnipeg.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, she's really fond of singers. Every time we're gonna go to Batangas, that whole trip is gonna be all Regine songs, Regine Velasquez songs.
Oh, he likes
She's
Regine.
got this whole cassette of
Oh, okay.
Regine. And I I remember it quite well because that was also the time that I am the co-pilot.
Okay.
Because it's gonna be a long trip,
Yeah.
right? So you need to be staying up for the driver, and there's no one else who's gonna be able to drive, just him. So I need to keep him awake.
Yeah.
So yeah, those were my favorite parts with my dad.
Have you had uh a really intimate conversation with your dad, like a heart to heart talk?
Uh, I had this moment with him. This was second hand though. I didn't see him, but when I heard about it, it cracked me up.
Yeah.
I would say I'm a mama's boy. I'm closer to my mom. But if there's gonna be like moments with my dad, it's gonna hit me more. So when my thing happened, he caught he I wasn't telling them. I just told them I need to go back home because something happened, stuff like that. I was lying.
Just covering up.
Yeah, I was just covering it up. But I wasn't like asking for permission to go back home. I was straight up telling
Yeah,
them
telling
I'm
them,
gonna go back home because
informing
I
them.
was like what 28 years
Yeah.
old already, and so yeah, bought my ticket already. On my while I was on the plane, my dad used my computer for Facebook. He saw the chats that I had with one of our friends,
Yeah.
so he discovered the reason why I was going back. My
Okay.
mom told me he cried
Oh.
when he knew what was gonna happen to me. He was so worried.
Yeah, were you upset when he snooped around your
No,
computer?
no. He didn't snoop around. I left
Or
it plugged
accidentally?
in.
Oh, for them to know?
No, I
Or you just don't care?
because I was panicking.
Yeah.
I didn't know that that's gonna happen. I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
So my dad, who's gonna log in to Facebook, upon opening Facebook, it's my
It's
page,
open already, yeah.
and then the chat
And then
box
the
was open
previous
too. So it wasn't his intention to like snoop around.
yeah.
He just discovered, and then my mom told me he cried, and he wasn't mad at me for lying at them. He was sad with what's happening
Yeah,
to
to
me.
you.
Yes,
Yeah. Cuz why would he be mad?
and
That's like well, I know some dads are like that. Like you should
yes.
have done this.
That's
You
what I
should
was
have
expecting.
yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah, that's why
expecting.
you didn't tell him the first place.
Yes. Because this is something that just like what your dad did. Your dad didn't want your mom or
To
you guys
worry.
to worry. this is something that I need to do on my own. I don't want you guys to worry or think about anything. Just know that I'm coming back. So, yeah, when I heard about it, it cracked me a lot. So,
Like, don't you think us guys, because I don't know what the statistics is, and I don't
yeah.
really care, because we're there's a lot of mama's boys, right? And
I think it's default pretty
yeah,
much
default,
that there's
right?
going to be a
And
connection
then dad
between
is girl.
yes.
But don't you feel like, because me personally, I feel this way that I crave my dad's love and
Attention.
his attention and his approval.
Mhm.
I think that's I don't know if you guys feel the same way too,
Same.
cause
Yep.
yeah, cause we it's rare for our dads to tell us stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
To that, oh, I'm
Most
proud
yep.
of you, that I
Yep.
love you. Well,
That's
even
not
us,
their
we don't even tell them that we love them, right?
that's not their way.
There are times that me and my dad are really close. I feel like we're close,
Yeah.
and then there are times that we feel like we're back to being strangers, which is annoying when it
Mhm.
happens for some odd reasons.
I would say that's pretty much like every son. Like the supreme approval would be like their father's approval.
Yeah.
It's not even approval, just like a seal of recognition, pretty much. Because I would say it's because they modeled how they're gonna be from their dad. Like what kind of man they're gonna be when they grow up.
So I guess us children, we're like clay models, like
Yes.
for
Yep.
our parents maybe, and then they're trying to mold us into what they want for us to be or what they want to be. Sometimes that's what I feel like. This is what they want, like their frustrations when they're younger, but they weren't able to do it, and then
Yes.
they're trying to mold their children to be what their perfect self they want to be.
Yes, they try.
And then once their kid gets to that level, maybe that's the time they're gonna tell us that, oh, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Did our dad, yeah, tell you that he's proud of you, or
I think not in person.
yeah.
Not
I
in
think it would
words.
not not in words, or either I would just hear it from from our mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be my mom
Same.
saying that.
My dad has this smile that I know he's happy with what I'm doing. What's your let's keep let's make it light a bit. What's your go-to conversation piece with your dad?
Recently, plants. That's the
Plants?
easiest
Yeah.
way to have a conversation with him.
That's
If I just
gonna
want to talk to him,
yeah.
I ask him about my plans because he
Yeah.
gave me plans,
Yeah.
and then if there's a problem, I ask him, oh, what should I do? And yeah, usually plans, I think.
Yeah.
How about you?
Basketball and politics.
Politics? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cause I think that's why every everything that's about politics I kind of question because he's the consummate opposition.
Okay.
He's been always opposed to anybody who's the incumbent president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you like that conversation? Because me, I don't like it when we're
We
talking
agree
about
with a lot
politics. Oh, okay.
cuz he's got a lot of sense with
Yeah.
even the
So you got the
ones
same views.
that he supports, he is critical of them.
Mm.
Yep. And then my mom, who was working in the government, like for her whole working life, I've been exposed to a bit of politics when even before I was young. So I kind of know, or it may sound conspiratorial to some, but I take every news with a grain of salt even before.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
And then basketball. I would say that's why we've been exposed to basketball early because of
Because of
him.
him.
Because I apparently he's like a known player from his hometown.
Oh, really?
Yes. In a way, every time we spend some time in Batangas, we wanna show off. Because
Okay.
we're this guy's kids.
Yeah.
Know our names.
He the one that's wanting you guys to show off, or
No,
you?
us.
Oh, okay.
That's in a way we wanted to hear him say he's proud of us. B-
Mm.
My older brother, though, he was the only one who was lucky to be coached by him.
Okay.
Yeah. Me, I never got to the level where, cause he was a coach for our like our our blocks team, like our
In
barangays team
yeah, in
in
Alapan.
Alapan. He didn't really do it that long, but there was a stint where they asked him to coach
Yeah.
because they know that he's good. And my brother was able to play at that level. Like he was representing our block.
Okay.
Us, we didn't get to that level.
Us is cooking.
Cooking.
Cooking or food.
Yeah, I was trying to say that.
He's
Too.
more of the chef at home now. I like,
Now,
yeah, mom, no offense.
like our
you
dad.
know this
Yeah.
too. You'd agree with
Yeah.
me. I like that Pop's cooking more.
Like our dad, right?
I'm not gonna complain
he's
with
the-
your cooking though, but
2X knows our dad is sort of the well, he became more of the chef here in
same with
here
mine.
in
Yeah.
Canada. 'Cause
But back in the Philippines, if my dad gets to cook, that's the meal.
Okay.
It's gonna be a good meal
Yeah.
if he gets to cook, but he's too tired.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like it's not just gonna be this one dish, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be like it's gonna be like
A variety.
a variety of dishes that you.
And it's not
get
a
to choose
regular
from.
dish.
It's a
It's gonna be a
pacham.
feast.
It's not a Filipino dish like my dad.
Ah, okay. I thought it's gonna be a pacham.
No. He's good. He's with seasoning. He's
Okay.
especially with grilling meat.
Yeah.
How he
Mhm.
season his meat. The only thing.
Pause.
Yeah, I know that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound right there. No, but anyways, like my only problem there is with his cooking
Mhm.
is he likes to play
Putting
around.
random stuff.
He likes to play around with this
Experimenting.
recipe.
Mhm.
You know what? He attained this excellent flavor already, this perfect meal, this perfect dish,
Yeah.
but he's still gonna be playing around with it the next time he's gonna be cooking it.
He's gonna be looking for a way to enhance it.
Yes, which actually dropped the
It's-
level.
It's a tae method. It's a trial and error method.
He'll be that guy that adds like smoky sausages to pesto pasta.
Bougie. His dishes are bougie, man.
Remember when I was saying my take on cooking? It's more fun if you cook for somebody else
Yeah,
than for yourself.
Yeah.
But
Your dad's
But I
probably gonna
like-
agree with that take.
I like how he experiments though, because like thinking about it now, I think he's the reason why I don't want to say I have a weird taste, but I'm
you
like
have a
fuck,
wide palette,
Yeah.
like
taste
fuck it.
palette.
Yeah, so I'll be like mixing. Like remember, like Sunday, I'll be like, oh, I already tried the bagoong on the charcuterie,
Yeah.
Mm.
the alamang, and I think it's because of my dad too. He would just experiment and stuff. So I find no harm in trying.
Trying. You
like,
have
putting yogurt on a sandwich.
you're
or
open with trying different variations of food.
yeah, because I think I low
You're
key.
cultured.
Yeah, and then I
What's
think
bagoong though? What's alamang? What's English?
it's
sauteed
shrimp.
Sauteed shrimp,
that's-
right?
Shrimp
Shrimp,
paste.
shrimp paste. Sauteed
Shrimp paste. There you
paste.
go. Not sauteed
Yeah.
shrimp though. Sauteed is like.
We might have some white viewers.
Yeah,
So
it's
we're gonna have to.
that's shrimp. It's shrimp paste. There you go.
Yes.
Bagoong, alamang
Baby
for
shrimp.
our Westerners there.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's why I low key grew up like not picky about.
Yep.
I've tasted
food.
the best dish from my dad, but you know what? You crave for it, but it wasn't. It's hard to duplicate it again.
Yeah.
I'm craving like, oh, it's the
Yeah.
pancit. Oh, I love this pancet, and then like, oh, this is not it. There's something, like
And
there's
they
something
enjoy it.
missing there. Yeah,
They enjoy it when you critique their food. They don't take
I'm
it
not
that.
sure. I'm not
Your dad doesn't.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well, I don't critique my dad's cooking.
Well, I don't know.
It's what it's still better than a lot of people's cooking. It's just I've tried let's say his bougie pancit.
Yeah.
It's the best. Even my wife agrees that it's the best pancit ever. It's overloaded. It's the
Mm-hmm.
taste. It's perfect, but it's just not like you might get the same taste
Mm-hmm.
again maybe after a few months or never.
Mm-hmm. Because he's
Yeah,
experimenting.
because it's still
I mean,
experiment, or maybe he's not writing the recipe.
critiquing compared to his other versions. That's what I meant. Like, say he's gonna try something, you're gonna say,
Yeah.
"Pops, that the last one was better than this one." Like
Oh.
that kind of critique.
Yeah.
Like comparisons to his own cooking. Cause my dad does that with dinuguan and sisig.
He combines that to you
Every time
or
he
separate?
buys pork head,
Yeah. Oh,
that's what
okay.
he's gonna cook. Half of it is gonna be dinuguan, and then
Half
half
of
of
it is
it is gonna
sisig.
be sisig.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then he hasn't it's perfect for me. I'm gonna love it. But for him,
He's
it's
still
not.
searching for that
Still
perfect
like
recipe.
the consistency of the sauce or
Yeah.
whatever, he's gonna tweak it, and then he's gonna be like so excited to like give it to me.
Yeah.
Like
Because
to
he's
have me
waiting for
try it.
your
Yes.
comment.
Might be. He
The
might be
best
waiting.
ribs too. Best
Yep.
ribs. Yeah, he.
Dads are forever superheroes.
Not all superheroes have cape. Is that how you say it? Not all superheroes wear capes.
And not all superheroes have kids.
Well, if I'm gonna share an intimate moment with my dad, I can't really. I have this one special moment during my wedding where he offered him like he offered to my
Oh
tie
yeah,
for
your
the suit
necktie. Yeah, I
because
remember that.
because 2X
Because
couldn't
I don't
do
know how
it.
to do it because they're
Ah.
taking video of us.
And that's really rare for him too, actually. Like
Yeah.
he'll only do it if, like, for example, you ask for him, and then he actually like went.
Yeah, he stepped
he,
up,
he
right?
stepped
He
Yeah.
stepped
in
up
and
and
here, I'll do it for you,
yeah.
and then
It's
that was
taking you
really
guys
nice.
too long. He got annoyed. Look
he's
at
being
this.
impatient.
Look at this two
What the fuck is
idiots.
this guy
Oh, but
doing?
it didn't.
You're reflecting my knowledge of tying.
Or
If
he's
these
like,
people see that you guys don't know how to tie your own tie, it's gonna reflect on me badly.
yeah,
I've seen my
but that was nice.
I've
Yeah.
seen my dad the happiest, or I feel that he's proud of me is when we brought him to Mexico, me and my mom,
Mm,
into this nice hotel.
okay.
I think
Yeah.
that's the time that I can sense his genuine happiness, the
Mm,
excitement that he was really happy.
And
Yeah,
I
I
think
can
that
if I can just take a picture of that, take a
yeah.
picture or take a video of that exact moment that I because it's rare for me to see, because it's really hard to give my dad a gift,
It's
to give him a
always
present.
it's always the dads who are the hardest. You feel like, yeah, let's buy them tools. They're gonna love it or whatever.
Yeah.
But you always feel like that's enough. But then dads are gonna be like so
Gumastos pa
happy
tayo.
about that happens too, but um like them trying not to worry us or their wives or whatever, they'll try to show that they're gonna use the thing that you bought them,
Mm,
or they're gonna try to show the appreciation for it and whatnot,
do you,
even though it's an okay gift, but
yeah.
do you think it's also just a man thing? Because
yes.
I believe that I don't really
Yes.
like. I know most too, even myself. I don't really
Yeah.
ask for much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not a lot of our dad's things are just man things, pretty much. That's their generation anyways. So,
I think the thing I appreciated the most from my dad is I grew up sickly kid.
sickly
Yeah.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even know.
Frail.
I don't even know if my. I think my dad knew about it, but even though he would still like train me in, like, in sports.
Do you remember that
And
time
Even
that
though you won't be able to get
And
sporty.
I didn't like it, but like looking back now, I was actually happy he did, because it felt like he he sort of like believed in me, or
Mm,
and I wish I actually did that
Did more
instead of
effort.
like yeah, gave more effort instead of like believing as like, oh, I don't have the body for this.
Yeah.
Because that was actually ingrained into my mind that I was not that sporty, or I'll
Yeah.
get sick so super quick and
Because
all
of
of
it,
that stuff.
yeah.
Because like I keep going to the doctors
Yeah.
and or the hospital or whatever. And even though my dad knows about it, he would like, don't you remember? He would invite us to go jogging in the
Do
morning.
you remember when he brings you every morning to the beach?
Yeah,
Yeah, to cure your
that's
asthma.
why I love. That's why
Mm.
I love the water so
Yeah.
much. Or he will
Mm.
go to Manila Bay during sunset.
I can remember. Usually in the
Because it's
morning.
good for the
Because
eyes.
sometimes I was like, cause I'm already older. Not old, but I think I'm in grade 6 or
Yeah.
or maybe first year or maybe younger. But I can't remember. But yeah, I remember that we have to take him to the beach. And, it's too early, right? We have to
We're
wake
going
up at
to
4 a.m.
Island
or 3 a.m.
Cove.
Yeah, Island Cove. Not at first because that it's hard to get up that early, right? Especially as a kid. But once you're there, it's fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just doing it every day, the same place, it
Mm-hmm.
kind of gets annoying.
Yeah.
But
It's becoming a
yeah,
routine.
and I'm pretty sure I don't know what you feel that time too, because you might feel that, like
I
I
don't
would rather because we're young, right? We're young.
Yeah.
I
We
don't
don't think of the
like
benefits.
I don't like the if I remember correct, I don't like the trip itself, but when you get there, right, that's
Yeah,
when
The act of waking up
yeah,
that early.
I don't remember much that, but I just remember it's like, oh, I don't like driving for an hour or whatever. But then when you get there, it's
Yeah.
fine.
I remember this one incident because we don't usually go to Quezon province.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, in third year high school or fourth year high school. This guy here is still in grade school. And it was the fiesta. So, fiesta meaning that's the feast of the saint because, like, every place in every
The
town,
town feast.
yeah, every town in the Philippines, there's this patron saint
The feast is based. The date of the feast is based on the feast date for the
for
patron
that saint, right?
Yes.
So, we went to Quezon province and then I actually get to hang with my cousins, with our cousins
On your dad's side.
on my dad's side because we don't usually go there, right? It's far. Or when I go there, before I was really young,
Yeah.
and then they were inviting us to go to the dance, like the
Mhm.
evening dance,
The town party.
the town party,
Yeah.
and I was so excited. But this guy always wants to go home. He cried, and no, I need to go
And
back
then
home.
you're
I was so pissed. Like I wanna like snap this guy's neck, like because I'm older already, right?
Yeah.
I wanna meet the girls,
Yeah.
and
And in that town party, you're gonna be the guy from Manila.
yes, I'm the guy
Even
from.
if you were
I'm the guy.
from
I'm
the
the city.
Yeah.
I'm the city
If you're
boy.
from the south.
And
Even
then-
though it's just a province next
Yeah.
to it.
I think
And they're building it up already. Oh, I'm gonna introduce you to my friend, and
Yeah.
like what, and just I want to experience it because like we don't have something like that in Cavite,
Yeah.
like where we grew up, right?
Yeah.
It's like those stands, like it's
Apparently we did,
we did
but
like we weren't
it was
invited,
too
like
it wa-
the oldies.
no, it was too cheap
Excuse
for
me.
us.
Oh, okay.
There's some we looked down on some of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
We're too good.
We
We're,
feel
we're
like
too good.
for
We're too
it,
good for
yeah.
those parties.
I
But
think that's
then-
the one thing for me. I never knew our dad's side of the family.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys, eh? Yeah. 'Cause-
Especially like for me, like I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
I remember
Yeah.
some of them,
Cause
like his brother, his like our uncles.
like the limited time that is gonna like the limited time off that he's gonna get to go to another contract job is gonna
Yeah.
be like what 3 months, and then you're gonna be spending like some of it going to his province, and then you're gonna take like a weekend's not enough for it. Going
Yeah, but we
there.
usually go on a day trip because one guy wants to go home early.
Day trip going
It's
there
hard.
that province is too long.
Yeah, too long.
I don't even remember those, and I think I'm still too young.
Yeah, you're too
Yeah.
young. So maybe you're not in. Maybe I'm like second year high school or something.
Of the
But yeah,
campus scene.
I can remember the feeling of missing. I got FOMO. I have this FOMO there, the fear of
You're
missing
that
out.
kind of guy.
Like I can imagine it already in my
Yeah.
head. Like shit, like it's gonna be the girls here,
You missed on the rural bodies.
the Maria Claras,
Whoopsies.
the chance to meet Maria
Yeah.
Clara
I was gonna ask you this earlier, but do you guys have pictures of you when you were younger,
with her
where
dad.
with but your dad is carrying you like you're
Yeah,
a toddler? Yeah, I
yeah,
do.
I do.
It's a running joke in ours that they don't have a picture with our dad.
Oh,
So
really?
now with
So
our
none of your siblings.
only my older brother, I think.
Oh, okay. So it's the favorite son.
Well, he's the first.
Yeah.
So, but now, like with my nephews, with my kid, he always makes sure that he gets to carry them,
Oh, because
carry him,
that embedded in his brain.
and like at least like in ourselves, at least our kid gets to experience my dad, and then he's so happy. Like especially now with how small my kid still
Yeah.
is, he's like playing with him always.
Oh.
They had this moment where my dad was kind of feeding him banana, but he was worried that my kid will choke on the banana. My
Okay.
kid like only has one front tooth
Tooth,
and
yeah.
then two teeth at the bottom. He can cut it, but he can chew it yet.
Yeah.
So my pops was kind of worried because he was like opening his
Yeah, he
mouth
really
wide.
wants it.
He's gonna bite it. But what happens when he bites the banana? He just
Scrape it.
scratches off. He just
Scrape it,
scrapes
yeah.
the end because he's only got like what small teeth. My dad thought he was gonna cut it like straight and then he's gonna choke because it's
Yeah.
a big piece. So he pulled it back. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna cut it." My kid started crying
Oh.
because he was blue ball pretty
Yeah.
much. But yeah, I like seeing him playing with my kid.
Very
It's
excited for your kid to grow up.
no, I don't
No.
want him to grow up yet. Keep him that
I've
way.
never heard of any parent says that, "Oh, I'm so excited for you to
Yeah.
grow up, get bigger."
I
And now
Like I want him to start talking but stay in that body for now.
yeah.
It's too fast. I never believed that it's like your kids grow too fast.
Yeah. So now
Or
you
I
believe
never
it.
got it. No, I understand. Yeah, it
Yeah, to
is
cease
too
to
fast.
believe, I
Yeah.
guess.
Special
Because yeah, I've heard that a lot of times.
Yeah. And like we're kind of like me, my take right now is there's no blueprint for parenthood. It's
Exactly.
touch and go. Like before. So we're having this problem right now. We're transitioning him to bottle feeding. Because what's the general consensus, right? Breastfeeding is the best for your
The best,
babies,
yeah.
right? So we did our best to like keep him exclusively breastfed. What we didn't do before is we could have used the breast milk
Yeah.
and then
And then suction
feed him with it
on a
through a
bottle,
bottle.
yeah.
It was always straight to the source. And now we're having a problem transitioning him to bottles, which he needs to do because we're gonna have him in daycare.
Yeah. And
So
plus when your wife goes to work, right?
yes. So before we thought we were doing good, but then there was a downside that's showing up right now. Like it's pretty much touch and go.
Yeah.
So
Are there lots of people that tells you what to do with your kid?
they know
Especially
we
your parents?
There,
my parents they don't
Okay.
because they know how I am.
Oh. You don't listen to unsolicited advice?
I don't really listen. They know I don't want.
Yeah, you don't want that.
I'm gonna come to them and ask them whatever. Especially they know how I research. They know that that's what my wife does too. Especially with her profession too.
Yeah.
So she'd know some things about it. What my mom tells us are like small tricks.
Okay.
Small tricks, but
Hacks.
yeah,
Baby
like
hacks.
say, if you carry your kid this way, this could help it with this. But like what to really do, they know better to like wait for us to come to them about it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Did your dad have like a did he have like a dream profession for you? Was he like trying to steer you to a
Um,
certain path?
I don't remember him telling me what to do for
Yeah.
for a career.
Same.
Yeah,
Just
I don't
wanted me to
think
graduate.
like my mom does.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Yeah, I think my mom was happy that I did nursing
Uh-huh.
because like typical Filipino mom, right?
Yes. It's safe. It's a
Yeah, it's
stable job.
safe.
Stable,
And probably
perceivably
yeah.
high paying job.
And probably she has that plan that we're gonna be moving somewhere, so
Ah,
she knows that we're gonna go overseas.
yeah.
But yeah, my dad. Now that I think about it, he didn't involve much with our education. Like he didn't. I'm not sure if we even talk about my grades, or maybe he trusts me that much that I know
Mhm.
that I'm not gonna be failing.
Yeah.
It would be the same for me too.
No,
No
no, right?
career
I only
path.
know my
steering.
dad says that if you know if you can do it, then just go for it.
Mm.
Yeah.
My
Like
dad.
it's like what you said with the stamp of approval, right?
Yeah.
For me, when he says like, "Yeah, go ahead if you can do it," right?
Yeah.
Why not? Who's stopping you
Yeah.
from doing it? But of course, mom would be.
Yeah, mom's the one that
Yeah.
actually tells you.
Trying to steer you to
That's like, what are you
somewhere.
gonna do? What's your work after you do that?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah, typical Filipino mom.
My dad used to joke around with us, saying that he's disappointed that he's not gonna go to stage for an award or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But he's just messing around. He
Yeah.
was just like proud that we were, especially when we were younger, like grade school.
Yeah, we
I
did
think
get
it's
some awards, right?
no, we were like getting into honor roll. I
Oh, okay.
was. I remember you were too.
Yeah.
Like
Cause
we're not top
yeah,
of the top, but
we did won some awards, right? Like Christian Living Spelling
no, not
Contest. Like
those. Like even younger. That was high school already.
no, in elementary, I did.
Elementary, I remember
Yeah,
you
I
and
won.
we were getting into the honor roll.
Yeah.
I was getting
In high
into
school, I don't
in high school, not
remember.
anymore.
I know that I'm not failing. My
Yeah.
and then well, my mom was happy that I was able to pass UPCAT. I don't
Yeah.
know about my dad. I don't even know if he knows. Maybe he
Mhm.
knows. I'm not
He
sure.
didn't care probably.
Or
Yeah.
maybe
Like they just
maybe
want.
or I don't even know if he's home that time.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's like for them, they just want us to get into college. That's it.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna be paying for it.
Yeah.
um, I remember like being disappointed that our dads couldn't come to like our school games to watch
Oh,
us.
okay.
Then
With our basketball.
yeah, good thing they didn't.
Yeah, no,
Because
we
they'll be watching
we're
us
bad.
warm our asses.
In the bench.
You and me. Our dads could have been closer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Oh, look at our idiot sons sitting on the bench, warming their asses over
Mhm.
there.
Let me talk to the coach.
My dad wouldn't do that,
No,
probably.
no, my dad wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Too.
he's gonna blame me.
Yeah.
He's gonna find
You're
holes in
yeah,
my
you're not
game.
playing
Yeah.
good enough.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not practicing enough.
You'll
Yeah.
have that locker room talk at home.
I wish I would have. My dad was too tired to be. He was more focused on providing, and then the extra time that he's gonna have was like for everybody. He's not gonna focus on my extracurriculars,
Yeah.
which I was disappointed before. But then I understood more when I
Yeah.
was
Yeah, when you
getting
were growing
older.
up, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, same here. Or I know I didn't
Agree.
Did you I don't even feel like looking back, I'm not sure, but I don't feel like I blame my dad for not being there.
But I mean, during at that time, you
Yeah.
were right. You were kind of
Oh, okay.
blaming.
Like there are some events. There are
Yes,
some events
right?
that it's nice if he would have been here.
Yes, and
But I don't really tell to myself or tell to other people that oh my dad wasn't here. Oh my oh
yes,
he's too busy.
yeah.
Oh he's at work. He's no, not like that.
But as we grow older, we and then we get to understand more that
Yes.
they did what they could with what they have.
Yeah.
They played
Yeah.
the cards that they were dealt.
It was
Yes.
26 years old for me when I understood the duality of what my dad was
Yeah.
living in for, provide being the ultimate
Yes.
provider and all that stuff. That's where I understood. It's like, yeah, it's like someone has to do it, and
Yeah.
never even ask for gratitude or anything.
Yep. It's the man's job. Like for a man, the the epitome for not the epitome, the peak of men for them for that generation is to become the best dad that you can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was a turning point too for where I started being more mature. Actually,
Yeah.
when I actually understood that concept, and
Yeah.
that's where, like, everything just changed and all that stuff.
When you start maturing, you realize that the measuring stick is your father. That's your measuring stick. Would you say? Can you say that your dad's the best dad?
Oh yeah, I would love to.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it in front of the 3 cameras.
Yeah.
Pa, you're the best dad. I love you.
I won't. I won't say it.
Why?
Because I'm not comparing. He's the only dad for me. That's
Ding.
what I did. Because if
Oh.
you, yeah. One thing I'd like to thank my dad is he shared our episode on his page.
Oh.
One time.
He has a
One time.
page?
No, not
Oh,
page.
like
No,
his
on his
profile.
profile. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Even though he doesn't really understand what we do.
you don't know. Maybe it's an actual. He started blogging now. He has his
No,
own
I don't
page.
think so.
He has an X profile.
But he's pretty active on Facebook. Yeah. Cause he's like he's the designated picture taker in his group.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah, the
Jabba
mall walkers.
Jabba walkers.
Ja-
Yeah. He's the youngest of the bunch. Have you watched Big Bang Theory?
yes.
Have you watched Young Sheldon?
No.
The best, like my favorite bits of Young Sheldon
Yeah.
is his moments with
With
his
his dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Es-
like that guy though. I've seen some shorts, some
Yeah.
reels.
Especially with remember how adult Sheldon talks about his dad
Yeah.
and then they turned it around. He's like his character is so beloved in Young
Young
Sheldon.
Sheldon.
Like the audience really loves George. George Senior.
Okay.
Because he was supposed to be like a deadbeat dad. He was supposed to be the comedic relief of the series, but then he has this like golden teaching moments
With Sheldon.
with Sheldon. And then he does he's the narrator, right? Adult Sheldon. He he gets vulnerable there saying he wishes he had more time with his dad or whatsoever. So yeah, that's my favorite parts of Young Sheldon.
Oh,
Yeah,
like with
is
his
his
dad.
moments with his dad. Yeah, because he's like the typical sitcom dad.
Yeah.
He's gonna be not
Like
dumb,
share, yeah, like not dumb,
not
sharing
dumb,
his
but
wisdom.
man dumb.
Oh, okay.
Who do you think is the best fictional dad?
Best fictional dad,
Homer Simpson.
Homer.
No. No.
It's hard to put me on the because I've got a lot
Oh.
of yeah.
Heisenberg. He'll do whatever he can for his family, even pushing drugs to the street.
Up until he realized he loved the
He
power.
loved it.
Though.
Yeah, he loved it. Maybe Walking Dead. Rick.
Rick.
Yeah, he's a good dad.
Yeah. In the comics though, Rick was the one who died, not Carl.
Oh, really?
And then
I thought he's the main. So I guess he's not the main character.
Carl
then.
transitioned to be the main character.
Oh,
And it was
okay.
pretty close to the end when that happened.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
All right.
So then Rick had a statue from the settlements.
Mm.
There it was when there were not like the zombie threat is pretty much non-existent already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was back to the times when trains were developed. That was like pretty much the life.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They were connecting the eastern coast to the western coast pretty much. That
That's all.
was yeah.
How did they actually do that in the live action? No, they didn't get to that
And
point.
I stopped watching Walking Dead.
Mm. I stopped watching when they killed
Glenn.
Glenn.
Yeah.
I tried watching the next season, but I just couldn't get into it.
There's no Daryl in the comics.
Oh yeah, they made it up.
Yep.
Yeah, just for him because
Yeah.
it was such a great character, right?
Yes. Best fictional
Best
dad.
fictional dad.
I'd say Homer because he
Homer?
tried his much.
I guess.
He's
I
he's-
guess yeah. Best
Yeah,
fictional dad, but he was like
he's
an
not
idiot.
he's not
He's-
bright.
Yeah.
You know, everyone says he's like on the spectrum,
He's not.
but no, like in
He's just an idiot.
intellectuality.
No, he's just an
But
idiot.
yeah, but like
Because if you say on the spectrum, that's autism.
yeah.
He's not
But-
autistic. He's just he's just such an
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah, he's just an
Anyways,
idiot.
my point is like
Yeah.
almost all of his like dad moments are like, you know, he actually tries his best
Mhm.
being like an actual dad and stuff.
I think he can be like the best, like one of the best fictional man, not a dad, because first of all, he was able to bag Marge Simpson when she was younger. If in the Simpson world, if I live in the Simpson world, I would consider her hot
top
AF,
body.
right?
Rule
And then
34 that shit.
and then after, yeah, despite of his handicap, is that
Yeah.
still a word? Yeah, can I use that word? Or despite his being an idiot, he was
Yeah.
able to raise a family.
Yep. Guess that's another less than couple of hours.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yep. I hope you stuck with us for this Father's Day episode. Well, it's not gonna fall on a Father's Day, but
Yeah,
maybe we could. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
you catch your drift.
yes.
For all the wives there, feel free to comment your answers on that earlier
Yeah.
hyper tets.
If you're gonna
Hyper
be,
tits.
how are you gonna feel if your husband has a kid that he only recently discovered?
An unknown kid.
An unknown kid. He didn't hide it from you.
He didn't know.
He didn't
too.
know. So, yep. Comment down there. Again, follow us on our socials. IG, Facebook.
We mentioned it earlier,
Spotify.
right? It's on the link too.
And yeah, YouTube. Most especially YouTube. Alright. So, you got OCP working the ones and twos. You got Edmund here.
And you got me, 2X,
And
and
this
is the Twice the D podcast.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, everyone. Love you.
Twice the
Yeah,
dads.
Twice the dads.
Yeah, twice the two dads.
Yeah.